Okay, let's get this show on the road, shall we? I'm looking at Gorilla Tech, just popped up on a catalyst, contract catalyst. It's the only thing moving that I've seen so far this morning. Of anything of note, I mean, Timber Farmer is being acquired, but that popped up to just over $3, and then it's just plateaued. Thought it might go up to 4, but we'll see. Yeah, there's been no setups, Brandon. No setups right now. I'm waiting for Gorilla to break $2. If it breaks $2, I might be interested. Other than that, nothing really spectacular. We've got Timber Pharmaceuticals moving up. We've got Electric Power popped up and then dropped back down again. So, you know, that's $2. I'll put Gorilla on here. It seems to be moving a little bit more importantly. So Gorilla is I'll just mute my phone so it's not disturbing everybody. Should have done that before I went live, but you know. If Gorilla breaks 2, I'm interested. Otherwise, there's not a lot else. So I'm with you, Brandon. Sitting on my hands at the moment. Not a lot to choose from. I hope you had a good weekend, though. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Managed to catch quite a bit of sun this weekend, if you can't tell from my face. Working on the tan. It's coming along nicely. Just remember to, as you join, remember to smash that thumbs up button. It's an essential requirement of being part of this community. Other than that, not a lot moving. So Timber pulling all the way back to the $0.75 level, 175, where the VWAP is. That's usually only that's the only time that's usually said, Jakinya, is when I'm naked, you know. I'll let you work that one out for yourself. Not a lot moving right now. Not a lot moving right now. We're just waiting for the market to deliver something. All last week was like this pre-market. We had some really dead days pre-market, and then things came alive. Actually, even after the bell, things were a bit, and it got to about 10, 11 o'clock before anything came to life. So I think it goes in cycles. We're coming up towards the end of August. July, August tend to be quieter months in general across most commerce, but also the stock market. So this is the penultimate week of August. So we've got this week and next week, and the majority of next week. Of course, Friday next week is the 1st of September, and then Monday, you know, the following week will be the start of September in earnest. Let's see. Let me know, is there anything that you're watching that I'm not? I guess. Not a lot of movement across the board at the moment. X10 had good news, but not really something I'm interested in trading based on the chart, based on the technicals. Hawaiian Electric, it's 30.5. So big mover, not just mover, but big volatile stock last week was Hawaiian Electric for obvious reasons. Not as much volume this morning, but if you look at it on the 15, it gives you an indicator, a better indicator how volatile it was. Pretty much the whole week, a bit of a sell-off for obvious reasons. If you say what obvious reasons, I don't know the obvious reasons. Check the news for Hawaiian Electric. There were things were pointing at them for culpability of the Maui wildfires, and some hard sell-offs, but some big swings. And you can see this as we got towards the bounce. It went down to $9 just before the bell on Thursday, and it's starting to make its move back up. But it's had some big swings both ways. So Hawaiian Electric, keep an eye. It's not got the volume right now, but it's worth keeping an eye on for volatility. We'll see, will it continue to move up or will it continue to sell off? I don't know. I'm just a fat guy on the internet. I'm just speculating. Right now, not a huge amount of movement. So we await the market giving us something. I mean, 3 weeks of downward action on the markets. Let's look at take a look at the market. Actually, it might be worthwhile. So we had the retracement. Look at this on the daily. It's kind of 3 weeks of downward action. And then we had first bounce, green day, still down, finished pretty much kind of break even on Thursday, on Friday, sorry, and then we're gapping up slightly today. So it's a little bit of positivity, but I'm not really convinced right now. Not overly convinced. So after 3 weeks of downwards action, bearish action, a bit of a retracement, a pullback if you will, we're getting a bit of a bounce. How long will that last? I don't know. I'd like to see it back up towards 460s. If I look at this from a larger perspective, you see these channels I've drawn. I mean, we've got to get rid of these ones because they're no longer relevant. They're just confusing things. Go to the micro channels. I want to look at the macro. So this channel I drew months and months ago. So if we go back to the beginning of the year, and we got this is when I drew this, back in March. So we had the swing highs, and then we had this swing low, and it started to make it move up. That's when I drew this channel, and it's been fairly adherent within that. It reached the top of the channel again, and then it's pulled back. So we're in the middle of the channel again, where it's spent most of this period from kind of March through to yeah, call you Polly Mars. You're just screaming. That's what people always do. My daughter's screaming at the wiener, so apologies for that, guys. But yeah, I mean, 3 weeks of downwards action, you're going to get a bounce. That's the natural action of the market. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Long term, it's always up. But you're going to get fluctuation both ways, and that just happens to be how the market moves. Morning, Alberto. Hey, niece, Heidi ho to you as well. And good morning, Thomas. No problem, Spears. Here's to you as well. If you can do that, Jikinga, yes. I would always advise that look for key levels before taking the trade. you need a trade plan, and part of that is to actually look for key levels. So if you're looking for key levels, let's see, they could be psychological levels or they could be previous support and resistance, which is why I have four or five time frames open on a chart that I'm trading. So what you'll see is I've got the 1 minute open. The majority of people see that. I've got the 2 minute open, which those are the two charts. Those are the two time frames I look for entries and exits, realistically speaking. I've got the 5 minute open, which gives me the intraday support and resistance levels, key levels, which is what I'm looking for. But then I'm also looking at the hourly and daily for key levels. So if I'm looking at the SPY here on the hourly, I've got key levels here at 444.75, key level at 439.35, 438. You kind of get the idea. And I've also then got the daily. So I've got all of that in front of me. Now I look at all these charts concurrently at the same time before I take a trade. So I will look for if it's approaching a key level on the daily, or if it's approaching a key level on the 60-minute chart. I might look to see if it breaks past that key level as a resistance, or I might look for if it's on the downwards, pulling downwards to a key level, I might look for support, and I might buy the dip with a very tight stop for if it's going to bounce on that support level. And if it breaks that support level, it's a quick exit. It's a relatively low risk trade. It's a quick exit if it doesn't find support at that key level. More often than not, it will find support at that key level, and you'll get a bounce for a quick profit, and you'd scalp a quick move back up on the bounce. Who's shouting? I can lower the music. I can indeed. Give me a second. I hope that's better for you. And you can hear me over the music now. Or you should be able to hear me over the music. If you can't, well, hard lines. It's just certain tunes are more are louder than others. That's what it is. Morning, Cass. Morning, Cal. Welcome back. Guys, you're doing me dirty already. 40 people have come along to this channel already, and only 6 people have actually hit the thumbs up button. So, and most of you are regulars. So all you regulars that are here, if you're new to the channel, you want to see a bit of value before you actually hit the thumbs up button, that I can understand. But if you're a regular, come on, hit the thumbs up button. You know you're getting good value, so just hit that thumbs up button. Help me out. It's just helps with the algorithm, because the more interaction I get from you guys, in terms of thumbs up or even thumbs down, it will push the algorithm will push it out as the channel out for a suggestion with other people who are interested in such topics. So just hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Yeah, Gorilla's. I'm watching Gorilla to see if it's curling back up. If it gets over $2, I might be interested. But if it gets rejected again up at these kind of 190 level, I can understand why. Yeah, well, we'll see. I only have one watch list, which is pretty empty at the moment. To be fair, I have one watch list that I build every morning, and today's pretty empty. There's not a lot moving. We've got. And what's my favorite moving? I don't have a favorite moving average. I think the VWAP is probably the most powerful for intraday trading. It's a good trend indicator, but that's all these moving averages are, is indicators. You should not be using a moving average or any other indicator for that matter to dictate when you enter and exit trades. All you should be doing is taking information from them. And if you're using an indicator to dictate your trading, which is what a lot of these so-called algorithmic bots do, then you're going to lose money in the long term. You might find it's profitable for a short while, and then for whatever reason the market changes and you end up losing money. You're not going to make money by doing entries on moving average crossovers or exits on moving average crossovers or anything like that. Don't use a single indicator as your entry and exit points. If it was that good, everybody will be using it. There is no magic indicator, trust me. I've looked. Do I have other charts on my monitors that you can't see? Yes. So right now you can see the two charts. I'll point this out. So you can see the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Below that, where you've got three of my where you can see three of my watch list charts, I've got the 60-minute and the daily. I've also got open the 2 minute, so I've got 5 time frames open on any stock that I'm trading or that I'm actually watching. On my watch list, I've got 6 charts open with different on the 2 minute time frame, and I've also got the SPY open at all times. So those are the charts I've opened. I've got my watch list open. I've got the time and sales. I've got obviously the level 2 on my montage, and I've got what else? My orders, everything I need to make decisions on that. I've got my scanners here as well from Benzinga, which are not showing me much at all this morning, but that's not Benzinga's fault. That's more down to a lack of activity on the market. So this is another one of those loud tunes. It's Gorillas. It's got huge sellers there at a lot of sellers there at 184. But with a bit of a bullish momentum, it can break over those and then continue selling, but just at a higher price. But if you look at this on a 2 minute, you've got a lot of dojis there. It's just a succession of dojis. So there's nothing really exciting me at the moment with Gorilla or anything else for that matter. This is way too loud even for me. Better. It depends, Ed. So it depends how I'm feeling. I'll finish when I finish. I mean, I'm under no pressure to continue trading. That's the thing. So I'll finish when I finish. I don't mind. I'm not really working nights as such. I'm working evenings. So I've got all day. I finish dinner, and then I come and start looking at what's to trade. I've found out that I will be able to trade from kind of 4 p.m. on shortly, and well, I can anyway if I wanted to with interactive, but we'll see what happens. So it depends. If I feel like staying up longer and trading longer, then I'll trade longer. But even when I was in Dublin, I wasn't trading all day. I was just dipping in and out. So the majority of my activity was between 9 and 12. I might stick around. If I found it was a particularly volatile day, I might stick around a little bit longer and finish up and then come back for power hour, which is like 3 till 4. the likelihood of me, if I'm finishing up, the likelihood of me coming back for power hour is less. But on a particular volatile day, if stocks are going well, I'll just stay up and do it that way. Morning, Neil. How are you? Cheers, Carly. If I'm going to do that, I'll probably get my fiance. She's good at that sort of stuff. I'll probably get my fiance to do it. I'm not really. I mean, I don't have the following or anything like that, so I'm not really into doing this kind of full time on the tube. That kind of professional way or whatever. I've had a dabble with it, and I'm playing around with the graphics and stuff, but it's. You know, I'm just about the trading. Keep it simple. Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. To be fair, and it popped up, and then was rejected, and now it's below the VWAP. So yeah, I'm not impressed. Electric power, and it went below. As soon as it went below $2, I kind of lost interest. I thought, even if it comes back up again now, it's just unreliable movement. It's been selling off all month. Just to put that into context, it's been selling off all month. This was an IPO at the end of July, I believe. Sold off first couple of days, then had one big day at the beginning of no, it's the beginning of the month actually. They had one big day. Yeah, first of the month was an IPO. It had one big day on the third, one positive day on the third, a couple of halts, volatility halts, etc. And then it's been selling off pretty much every day since then. This is the first dead cat that we've seen on it. And to be fair, I'm not enamored with it. Any ideas about Nvidia earnings? What do you mean? Ideas about Nvidia earnings? What are you looking for me to say about it? Yes, they're going to have earnings, or do you want me to say it's going to be good earnings or bad earnings, or you know, I mean, it's later this week. 23rd is Wednesday. 21st today, so yeah. So Nvidia will be after hours on Wednesday, and I am expecting a positive outlook from Nvidia. I'm expecting positive results and a bit of a rally, which will drag the rest of the market with it. Nice try, Vase, but or Carly. Nice try, but the Discord, the private Discord. Nvidia, I mean, I'm a long-term bull with Nvidia anyway, so I don't mind either way. If it's bad news, it pulls back a little, I'll just buy more. It's as simple as that. That's what I'm doing with Nvidia, and in fact, all of my large cap positions, when they pull back, I just buy more, and then watch them move up. So Nvidia, I'm just waiting for a nice pullback to buy more. I'm a long-term bull on Nvidia. I think it's ideally placed, particularly when you look at the markets that it's in. I mean, this whole AI play is a bit wishy-washy. Every man and his dog have got an AI play, seemingly, but Nvidia genuinely do, and with the GPUs that they have, which they use for Nvidia, have got some great GPUs that are used in HPCCs, and they've got, you know, the ideally placed for the gaming industry. So Nvidia for me are one of the, I would say, positive companies in the tech space that will go on to bigger and better things. That's my opinion of them. I think they've got a great outlook. So over $3 on Timber Farmer. I have done, Jakinya. I have done. I prefer not to. There's no rule that's 100%. No rule that's hard and fast. And the reasons for that is the big seller at 310. So big sellers at 310. Good 20,000 shares being sold off at 310. But yeah, I trade under, but I prefer not to. The reason I would trade something under $2 is if I see it moving up and it's moving up very bullishly, very quickly, and I want to get in early on the move. And I know, based on the catalyst, based on the price action, based on historicals, I know that it's likely to get over $2 and sustain and continue. So yeah, I would trade over $2 and under $2, but on rare occasions, I prefer to have that line in the sand for a reason. And again, so going back to what you're saying there, Ed, well spotted. This is asking about the multiple time frames that I'm looking, the multiple charts that I'm looking at. So if you look back in March of this year, Timber Pharmaceutical had multiple days where the high of day was 310. So it's a key level for Timber Pharma. Not just on the level 2, but back in March, it was 3 days where 310 was the recorded peak. So it is a definitive, well, 309, 310, 309, it's around that level. So it is a key level for Timber Pharma. It has gone up to 328 today, but doesn't stop it having resistance and at those key levels when it pulls back and starts to curl back up. So there's a big seller at 310, in line with the March highs. It's not safe to jump in at any time, Jakinya. There's no such thing as jumping in when it's safe. You've got to weigh up, you know, based on the movement. You've got to look at the price action. You look at the level 2 in terms of, are there any big orders? Look at the historicals. I mean, if you're looking at the historicals, I mean, we went up to 339 back in February with Timber Pharma. So 350, you probably missed a big chunk of the move. It is being, what you've got to understand is, why is it moving? Okay, so you've got to look at the fundamentals as well as the technicals. Why is it moving? So it's moving because it's being acquired. Okay, and it's being acquired for potentially $12 a share, but which is like 36 million. There's 3 million in the float, and it's going to be acquired for up to 36 million. So it's an initial 14 million with another 22 million based on certain key measuring points. So let's just take the first 14 million, which is an upfront 14 million, which is what they're going to be acquired for. Based on a 3 million float, we should be looking at a $4 price tag, a little over $4. Okay, so we should be looking at about $4.60 as the price point, as what they're actually being bought for, with an ancillary 22 million being paid at a later date based on other key factors. So if we just look at that initial tag of 14 million, what they should go up to at $3 right now, under $3 right now, it could be bought for up to $4.60, which is the market rate that the company that's buying them is going to be paying them. Okay. Does that mean it's going to go up to $4.60? Not necessarily. Does that mean it's going to go above $4.60? Not necessarily. Because if they're buying at this price, then they will buy whatever shares that are available from the company at $4.60 and agree to pay $4.60 for it. But they will buy it up free on the market for cheaper. Of course they will. If they can get it cheaper off the open market, then they will do. But they've agreed in principle to buy an initial 14 million with 22 million in add-ons based on various. It is a buyout, Mark. It is a buyout. So you've got to ask, okay, is it likely to go over 350 based on this price action right now? Probably not. Okay, let's get that thumbs up pressed. If you're we're at the top of the hour now, we'll probably get a little bit of news dropping. So smack that thumbs up button as we're approaching the top of the hour, and I really appreciate it if you do. So Mark, it's Leo Pharma is the company that's buying them, and as I was just mentioning, they've agreed to pay 14 million up front, or up to 14 million. Of course, depending on the market price, they will pay up to 14 million for the company. A 3 million, it's a 4 million market cap right now. So basically, if they pay 14 million for a 3 million share flow, it's like 460. Yeah, well, we're not interested in pop and drops, Calvert, as you know. What's interesting is the 22 million in contingent value rights. How does that transpose with regards to the actual market value right now? Is that going to be based on milestones after the fact, after the acquisition, or is that going to be priced into to the share price? I don't know. I'm just a fat guy on the internet. There is 16%, it is nearly 17%, 16.8% short. So there is quite a reasonable amount of short sellers on this already that will be heavily underwater today. And the likelihood is they're not getting the money back. Because, I mean, if they're 16% short and it was like sub $1.50, it's not going back to $1.50 when they've agreed to sell it at $4.60 a share. So, yeah, the short sellers heavily underwater may push the price beyond that 460 in the short term because they'll have to cover. Good morning, Mike. Good to see you, buddy. Okay. Are you watching anything else? I mean, Timber Farm is the only one that's moving with any kind of venom right now. But like I say, it's heavily stacked on the level 2 at key levels. So the likelihood of this getting much higher than, I would say, 350, 460 is probably the highest it's going to get because it'll probably acquire before it gets there. Not a lot Not a lot moving. And I'm watching as much as I can, but it's a quiet pre-market today. The pre-market's not been very eventful over the last couple of weeks. Certainly since I came back after my little bit of a layoff. But let's see what the market gives us today. I do, Don. Yes, I do. But it depends on whether I'm using my hot buttons or my hot keys, and whether I want a quick fill or I'm happy to add liquidity. So I've got hotkeys that will have like a 5-cent offset, or I've got hotkeys that will give me a 15-cent offset. Now the 15-cent offset will basically give me instant fill. It's almost like putting a market order out there, depending on the spread, of course. If it's a wide spread, then I'll be adding liquidity. But the hotkeys with the 5-cent offset, I'm getting price action moving up. Of course, I want to be able to get filled, but I also want to be able to get filled at the best price. So I don't want it to go without me. Well, I'll have a look at skills. There's nothing else there, is there? Nothing else to watch other than timber. Yeah, that was a bit of a pop and drop. Not great volume. So when something pops on low volume like that, it's not worth chasing. It really isn't. It's too dangerous. So you wait for the right big wick up. It's a big wick up, is that? You wait for the right opportunity. And 65,000 shares. This is why it's not on my scanners right now, because it's not got enough volume. I've got a cut off on my scanners as to low volume entries. If something moves on very low volume, it's not going to populate my scanners. This is a big move, regardless of how big the move is, because with low volume comes poor reliability of the move. So what you want to find is, look at the spreads. There are 14 cents on the spreads, and I guarantee if it starts to move, those spreads will widen. What you want is volume and volatility. So the volatility alone is not enough to take the trade. You can profit from the volatility alone, but it's not enough to take the trade. From an intraday trade point of view, if you've got a good catalyst, but not a lot of people are paying attention to it, maybe a swing trade can work. But for intraday trading, day trading, you need volume. You need volume along with the volatility. We take advantage of the volatility. The price comes from the volatility, but we need volume to underpin that volatility so we get reliable moves. Any good news on the sports teams? Well, I watched the Women's World Cup final, the football at the weekend. I've got to say, this doesn't surprise me. I mean, it cracks me up, particularly in the US, where the women are demanding equal pay rights with the men. I'm like, well, become as skillful and provide as good a spectacle as the men, and you will. That's simple. I watched quite a few of the matches of the Women's World Cup, and yeah, it's entertaining, but it's nowhere near the level of the men's. The caliber and the quality is just nowhere near the kind of level of the men's. So they're not going to get equal pay. The big thing is they actually get paid more than the men, and that's what cracks them up, is they don't realise that. So from an international point of view, the Women's World Cup generates substantially less revenue as the Men's World Cup, and the women get a substantially bigger percentage as player payouts of the overall revenue for the Women's World Cup than the men do. So if you're looking for equal pay, the men should be getting a pay rise, not the women. And that may sound misogynistic, but look, the numbers don't lie. C3 AI is waking up. I'm not seeing this one for quite some time. So it's not up huge amounts, it's like less than 3% up on the day. In terms of volatility, it's not really there. I'm not seeing a sound. So actually we're seeing a few AI stocks kind of popping this morning. Not huge amounts, but we're getting a bit of volatility. Let's see if that continues. It might be an anticipation of some earnings from NVIDIA on Wednesday evening. So NVIDIA's got earnings after the close on Wednesday, and I'm anticipating it to be bullish news and for NVIDIA to move back up again. And right now, NVIDIA is trading at 443.50. Oh, so I'll put it on screen. So NVIDIA approaching those all-time highs, not far off. 475, I think it was ish, give or take, earlier in the year, in July. And with good earnings, you could see NVIDIA move $20-30 on one way or the other on Wednesday. It wouldn't surprise me. A 10% move for NVIDIA will be $40. If it moves 7% on earnings, it's like a $30 move, and it'll move up and break those all-time highs. So, and that's not unrealistic expectation if it's got a good earnings call, a good earnings print on Wednesday. So watch NVIDIA on Wednesday after hours. That's because if NVIDIA does move up and break highs, it will drag the whole market with it. So it'll drag the SPY with it. It will drag the NASDAQ with it. The whole market will move up. In fact, up or down, NVIDIA's earnings on Wednesday are going to affect the whole market. Just watch. I think my average is about 320 now. I'll have to check. It's not far off that. Just give me a second. $323 and change. I'm not pumping it. I just like NVIDIA. I mean, I like Disney as well. Disney's down. I'm losing money on Disney. I'm losing money on Disney and Procter and Gamble. But I think long term they're good companies to have in your portfolio. Disney's had a lot of bad press, but they've had bad press before and come through it. So I think Disney, personally, for me, is a good one to hold. Timber back over $3. I think Amazon as well. I've been holding NVIDIA for a while though, Paul, to be fair. It's been in my portfolio for a while. Amazon, probably one of the newest additions to my portfolio just after they split last year. So I've been adding to that. But again, Amazon for me is, I look at it across the board of what Amazon are doing. People look at Amazon and they think online retailer. And you know, you go on Amazon for your shopping or whatever. I look at Amazon and I think data warehousing. They're the biggest enterprise data storage provider in the world. They're bigger than IBM, they're bigger than EMC, they're bigger than Dell. They're the biggest data storage provider in the world. So that's where I see Amazon doing a lot more with AWS rather than the online shopping piece. And that's why I'm long on Amazon. I'm bullish on Amazon in the long term. I think they've got a big. They can provide storage cheaper than you can. You can't get second-hand disk space. You can't get second-hand hard disk for what Amazon can sell you their storage for. It's brilliant. Do I still sell my merchandise? Yeah, just check out the links in the description, get them. Well, can you, if you look at the session low, it's actually down here at 147. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. Do I look at draw a trend line on timber from the session the swing low? So if you're looking at this level here, 275 psychological level, then yeah, it's found support at 275, and that's an important level. It went up to 310, which, as I mentioned before, is a key level on timber from earlier in the year, and it's found resistance there. It's not got over it. It is an acquisition though, just remember that. So there's not going to be a lot of room for this to go parabolic. It does have some short interest, about 19% short interest, but it's not going to go parabolic based on a fifth of the shares being shorted, because that fifth of the shares they're going to cover, and they're going to cover at the lowest possible value. Having seen the news, they're not going to short it when they know that that Leo is prepared to pay $4.60 a share for it. So they're not going to short that. They're going to cover at the earliest opportunity, which, if they've not covered already, means that it's not likely to go up much further, in my opinion. And I'm just a fat guy on the internet. What do I know? Just my opinion, not advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Yeah, so yeah, no, I think he's talking about this one here. So you look at the horizontal line. He's talking about this horizontal line at 275. Got support here at 275. So it popped up. When it pulled back, it's kind of respecting that 275 support. It's also respecting, and I'll just cancel that. I'll just duplicate this and put it up at 310. Okay, so it went up to 310 here. Now, the current high of day is 328, but let's just put this on the daily. So I've just drawn those two trend lines there, and you can see the high and the low, but those two trend lines are what's key, right? If you look at those two trend lines, you're not seeing much at all in the back half of this year. Actually, I need to get rid of that from June when we were talking about it. But if you look at it from this point of view, you can see trend lines here from March. We've got 3 times where 275 was a big issue, and then we've got 3 times up the top here where 375 was a big issue. So we've got resistance there at 275, resistance there at 310. If we get over that, then we're looking at 325, give or take, as the next key resistance level. You can see here resistance here at 310 as well back in November. I want to see any other areas where, this potentially we're looking at $36 a share. I can't see it going up there, because that's based on contingent value rights. We're looking at a support level there, but historically at $5. So you've got to look at the macro. You look at the longer time frames for key levels, and these two lines I've drawn, as I say, these two lines I've drawn, you can see where they've had key levels historically on the daily. This resistance is now support. Resistance is now support, and the market doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. So that's timber. It's an acquisition, so I'm not enamored with the chart. I'm not saying this is going to go to the moon, because it just doesn't have the legs to do that. Anybody see anything worth trading? Tupperware seems to be having a reasonable day today, actually. I know it had a big day a couple of weeks ago. A couple of big days, actually. It's quite volatile a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. When was it? The 3rd. It moved up big after hours on the 3rd. And it's been selling off pretty much since then, but it was the 3rd that it moved up big. Yeah, no volume though. That's the problem. Timber's where the volume is. Let's just have a look. Where's the most volume? Over $2 this morning. Kenview. Almost done its daily average. Kenview Inc. No, there's no opportunity there. There's no volatility, but it's got volume. But after that, clearly it's timber. Timber Pharma is the big volume. It's the big mover today. 110% up as it stands right now. It's been up a lot more than that, but it's 110% as it stands. So yeah, timber. It's a calm morning. It is a calm morning. It's a calm morning. We've got less than 10 minutes, less than 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes to the bell, and no real gap and go candidates that I can see. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on timber because the inherent value at 14 million upfront payment would equate to 460 a share, well, 466 a share. I think 460. So if timber gets some good momentum to the upside, it might go up to $4. I doubt it though. I doubt it. Everything else very choppy and sideways. Gorilla moved up, and Gorilla's not looked since it popped up. It's very choppy sideways. Not really doing much barcoding, if anything. So Gorilla probably, I thought if it gets over $2, I'm interested. It didn't get over 190. So yeah, Gorilla, not something I'm watching. Despite pulling back a little bit. So we'll see what happens there. The market's pulling back a little bit. They're still green on the day, but they are pulling back. So let's see what happens. It's quiet at the moment. We're just watching for some activity. We should get some activity coming through in a little over 5 minutes time when the bell rings. Yeah, Paul, Gorilla's not great. It had a look. I'm just providing commentary on what's moving. I've no control over what the movers are. There's not Palo Alto. Where did that just pop up from? Yeah, this was after hours on Friday, I think. It's not on the momentum scanner, but yeah, it's like after hours on Friday, not really doing much. Tupperware, Palo Alto, EOS Energy, not on great volume. Xpeng, VMware, far-fetched. They're all moving up, but nothing is showing that kind of volatility where we like to take a trade and profit from. Let's see what else. Let me know what you're looking at. Is there something that you're watching from last week? Is there any big moves from last week that you're watching that you want me to take a look at? Is there something in your portfolio that you want me to take a look at? You just let me know in the chat. We've got less than 5 minutes left, a little over 5 minutes left before the opening bell. Yeah, no problem. I'll take a look at INQ. Not great volume this morning, and it's kind of sideways at the moment, just under $14. It's kind of sideways. It's all of this morning. We were kind of look at it on the 15. I'll see what I'm talking about. Very sideways. Gapped up slightly from Friday. But it's just very sideways and choppy. It's got a current high of session just under $14, $13.93. But the low of session is $13.59. So we're looking at a little over 30-cent range across the whole session. So not a lot of movement, not a lot of volatility. I mean, it says 10 cents ATR, but it's not something I would say is highly volatile. Because that 10 cents is only just twice the spread. We've got 5 cent spread, 10 cents on the ATR. It's a 30 cent, just over 30 cent range that it's trading in this morning. So INQ, I'm not right now watching that for a move at the open, which is just under 4 minutes away. So if it's scanners, great. If not, then I probably won't bother with it. On the daily, head and shoulders on the daily. There's an argument for head and shoulders on the daily, which would say it's a downwards action, but it's actually been down. It had a bounce, went down to what, 12.19 last week on Friday. Before then moving up. So there's an argument for, there's your shoulder one, there's your head, there's your shoulder two. There's an argument to say that could continue southwards, but from an intraday trading perspective, I don't see much opportunity to the long side. It is shortable if you want to short it, but I don't see much opportunity to the long side. I can look at skills. We were just looking at it not too long ago, Tom. You're late to the party. A big pop up, big drop down, and then sideways chop on low volume. That's skills right now. Slightly above the VWAP, but what you've got to factor in as well, 12 cents range, 9 cents on the, 12 cents spread, and only 9 cents or 10 cents on the ATR. So big risk on that as well. You've got a spread that's bigger than the actual ATR at the moment. So skills, not something I'm really watching for a potential move at the bell. Yeah, no worries, Tom. You know, if you're not confident pre-market, don't trade it. It's that simple. You stick to where your sweet spots are. You stick to what your confidence level. I'm just not seeing anything moving right now that's taking my fancy. I'm just going to sit on my hands and wait for an opportunity, and that's the best way to do it. No worries, Shabbat. No worries. My pleasure. I've got a minute to the bell. A minute to go the open. So let's see what I've got 17,000 to recover from as well. So when drawdown from last week, I had a red day on Friday, 8,000 I think it was, and a red day earlier in the week as well. So 2 red days out of the 5 last week, which means that we're in a 17k drawdown at the moment, and we'll look to recover that this week. That's 3 days trading at gold. If we can have 3 days at gold, it'll take us out of drawdown. We're still profitable on the week, but still on the week, still profitable on the month. We had a red week, but we're profitable on the month. So only just. Food's great, but I do most of the cooking anyway, Don, because I enjoy cooking. But chicken, fish, pork. There's the bell. Let's flip the scanners over to the regular market while we're waiting for something to move. All right, the market's open. Welcome to the circus. Let's put it on the actual market. Let's watch the actual market. Does the market get back above the VWAP right now? Yeah, the market's indecisive as well. Yeah, so JTAI had a big day on Friday, but it's not got the volume. So JTI could go, Alex, but there's no volume, nobody trading it. Let's go back to timber. Will it get over 310? Not a lot else working. So the Jet AI is the scanners are showing me Friday finished, Friday's open session, but I just want to give this a quick refresh, reload. There we go. This one will reload as well. VFS. So timber's over. Now looking at approaching the pre-market highs, 328. We got over 310. 328 the pre-market high. That's back below 310. So let's have a look at VFS. Big mover last week. Recent IPO. Big spreads. Well, actually, 25 cents on the spread, 30 cents on the range. Probably a bit too risky. Volume isn't huge either. So make of that what you will. I'm okay, Super Chip. Not bad, not bad. Had a mixed week last week. That was just one. It's just one song. That's a loud song. This song's not as loud, so you don't have to worry about that. Tupperware up. Let's have another look at Tupperware. Tupperware moving. About to break that pre-market high. Like a break of pre-market highs. And can we get $3? $3 key level. Oh, tapped or over $3. Nice. And then there's the rejection. Retry $3. Why did I press that? That's just ridiculous. Good morning, Josh. Good to see you again. Seeing that. Earthstone. Not great volume. Why is it moving though? That's the question. I know why Tupperware's moving, but why is Earthstone moving? If there's a catalyst. Oh, there's quite a lot of news. So, acquisition. Permian Resources to acquire Earthstone Energy in all-stock transaction, creating a $14 billion Premier Delaware Basin independent E&P. So, $4.5 billion stock transaction. So that's why Permian Resources to acquire Earthstone Energy. Earthstone moving up on acquisition news. There's 18% short interest almost as well. Already average volume. Doesn't look like it's going to be a big mover. Let's go back to Tupperware. It's all right. Dump that. Back over $3, I might be interested. Slide. Slide up to electrics. Electronics, whatever you want to call it. Whatever flavor you're having today. Hey, you guys. Was it that one, Super Chip? One of the Goonies? The sloth? Hey, you guys. Oh, was it the Truffle guy? Chunk. Anybody seen any higher days? Any kind of any volatility halts yet? Let's see it. Can viewing. Kind of big moves there. Big spike up, missed it. The S&P 500 making nice moves. To the upside. And again, look at that. I think it's a large part of that's being dragged up by Nvidia. So Nvidia touching 450, or testing 450 now. Nice to see. You gotta love it, really. You've got to like that. Nice to see Nvidia up there at 450 again. I'll see this over $3 before I get my entry this time. Absolutely done. The follow through, suspension or continuation or whatever you want to call it, it's hit and miss of late. Hawaiian Electric and Tesla breaking highs. Tesla breaking some big highs. This heavily stacked, Tupperware's heavily stacked there at 297. A lot of sellers at 297 are gone. They've gone. Let's see. I want to see 310. We're at the high of day now. Oh, new high of day. Tupperware. 310. Let's see, can we get 310? Take some off, just in case. There we go, can add back at 315. I've got some resistance at 320, historical resistance at 320, at 315 as well. A little bit of historical resistance at 315, 320, support 325. So there's levels are thick and fast here. So do you know what? I'm just gonna come out of this. I'll take that profit. Let's have a look at what else is moving. It's Tupperware. It's just, I'm looking at the historical levels. There's quite a lot coming up now over the last week or so, between 320 and 310 and 350. There's a lot there. So let's see what else is moving that we can actually profit from, if anything. Now, I'm not overly enamored with the volume on here, but let's take a look. Break a new high of day, which is currently 1479. Get over $15. I'll take that. Mind super chip. Applied up to electronics here. Looking for the test of $15. Get it. Spread 6 cents right now. 20 cents on the range. Air conditioners are cold. Gorilla up at 180s. If it gets over $2 still, same thing applies. $2 might be interested. Microsoft breaking highs. Tupperware still the top of the momentum. I want to see $15. I want to see it break $15. Yeah. I should have made its mind up. Ah, it's not the air conditioning, that's the rain I can hear. In your own time applied. Up you go. Let's see. And we get, I'll move back up. Four red candles in a row. Can we get a higher high now, new high? 1480 or above. There we go. So you're looking for 15. I have J currently 1492. New high of day would help. That's 1492. That's the high of day. We need 1493 for breakout. 1492 on the ask on this card. Pull all the way back. That's a double top. If it doesn't break out above 1492. Spot between the spreads right now. Looking for 15. 1488 on the ask. $90 on the ask. 92 again, 93. There we go. That's the breakout. And we get 15. Can we get 15? Let's say half off. Just and a bit more. Locking under the profit. I'll keep 2,500 shares there. I'm just going to put a 10-cent stop in. Now watch this for the break of 15. No, it didn't break 15. It came all the way back. So I'll just take the 350. Take profits while you can. Yeah, not my cup of tea there, Paper Chaser. I don't touch garbage under $1. I don't touch anything under $2, but certainly not under $1. Tupperware, over $3 now. Again. Freedom Holdings, wow. What's going on here with Freedom Holdings? It's a lot of money to throw after this. What we're looking at, almost $1 on the spreads, $1.50 on the range, 50 cents on the spreads now, 25 to 70 cents. So Freedom Holdings, I'm not seeing any company specific news. Yeah, the stock may be rebounding recently after falling on a short report from Hindenburg. I'm not seeing any company specific news from it. It is higher relative volume. It's not a huge short interest on it. Big range, so yeah, just be careful if you're trading it. Just be very careful if you're trading it. It's not a great day for trading, guys. Friday's big mover, JTAI, Jet AI, popped up at the just before the open. Very choppy sideways, not great volume, and then just had one big candle a couple of minutes ago. Again, not great volume, but yeah, you can't trade that. That's just. It's not worth even risking. Let's see how AMD is getting on. AMD moving up nicely. It's sympathizing with Nvidia. I'm just kind of wondering, will Nvidia continue to be bullish this week with a kind of run up to the earnings on Wednesday? What do you think, guys? Think? Well, protect your account now. That should be your first priority every day. But yeah, look, if you've hit your goal, you know my motto is get green, stay green, get to goal and get out. I'm a way off goal, but I'm green, so that's my my view is I'm not going to risk going red now. There's not a huge amount of opportunity. Genius Group moving up. FRHC Freedom Holdings pulling back from the highs. Settle down, you. Good girl. It's her birthday yesterday. Miyako was 3 years old yesterday. Yeah, so Archer Aviation had some big moves over the last couple of weeks, up and down. $7 is a key level for it. It's difficult to get over that $7 level on the daily. Just put this over on the daily. You can see there's a stroke rare line here from this one to this one. Yeah, so we've got 3 points, 4 points now. So to get over $7, it's a slightly descending resistance level on Archer, but it's a ascending. Look at it from here, ascending support. Well, what we're getting here is a narrowing wedge flag, and typically this will break upwards, but we'll see. Narrowing triangle. We want to watch. It breaks that level there, Josh. I'm watching Tupperware for continuation over the high 313. Tesla breaking highs. Skills now breaking highs. We looked at Skills earlier. It didn't look great pre-market, but it's making nice headways now, just over that pre-market high. Yeah. Skills up there. Tupperware kind of looking for a breakout here. Over current high of day 313. Well, let's see, does it get rejected at 313 or do we get continuation this time? Alright, continuation. We broke the high day. I'm gonna get 325 on this. Pulling back a little bit. Up away. Giving it 10 cents. We're in at 316, looking for 325. 7.5 cents is the ATR. Yeah, I'll get it for that. Breaking new laws. I'll get out for that. If it comes back up, we can catch that on the way back up. Thanks, Pang. Moving nicely. Up 9%, nearly 10% on the day. Tesla and Nvidia were moving big, yeah, absolutely. Well, it's resumed. Walden cast, big volume candle on the sell-off into a downwards halt. So gapped up, sold off quick, and oh, that was a false halt. False halt to the downside. Still selling. Spreads are big. 20, between 20 and 30 cents on the spreads. Actually bigger than that now. Average about 25-30 cents on the spreads, 37 cents on the ATR. This is trying to halt down, it's breaking lows and false halting, and it's trying to halt down. So yeah, not particularly enamored with that. Let's look at potential VWAP bounce here. It's hit the VWAP. Can we get new highs? Big 5-minute wick. We're at 304, we're giving it 6 cents. So we're giving this to the VWAP. Look for a new high on the bounce of the VWAP. Now we're looking for a continuation and move up back up to retest the highs. We'll see. My risk is the VWAP. So I'm effectively giving it 4 cents. Tight risk. That's one of the reasons I like the VWAP bounce play is you're playing it with a very tight risk. On the bounce, tap the VWAP or even break the VWAP. On the move back up, you're looking for the first candle breaks a new high, the VWAP bounce, and then your VWAP is effectively your stop loss. And it's a very low risk play and can be quite profitable if it works. Not 100%, no strategy, no methodology is, but no play is. But when it works, it's great. But the good thing about the VWAP bounce is you've got that hard stop at the VWAP as a low risk stop loss. Yeah, well, it depends what chart you're looking at. So I'm looking at the 1 minute. So it pulled all the way back to the it pulled back to the 1 minute. The VWAP on the 1 minute. Next candle broke a high, moved up to kind of 309. So that's when I got in at 304 because the red candle that hit the VWAP was a high of 303. So I got in next candle made a new high, which was 304. And if it pulls all the way back to the VWAP, I just get out, and I've lost 4 cents a share. If I was waiting for if I was using the 5 minutes, I'd be waiting up until 319 because we've not had a 5 minute candle make a new high yet, can you? Or you could have worked that out for yourself, buddy, just by looking at my entries. $2.98. One more. Crocs looks good. Crocs never look good. Have you ever seen anybody wearing Crocs and look good? Crocs don't look good there, Morgan. Purely, people only buy Crocs. The only people that wear Crocs really are people who think they are a good brand, and they're trying to be all trendy and yoo-hoo, or people who are on the feet all day, like nurses. Yeah, but it's like flares used to be, bell bottoms used to be very popular. You wouldn't catch me wearing them if they made a comeback. I remember how bad they looked the first time around. I remember at the time of the age, I can remember MC Hammer pants. I never wore any because they looked stupid. Crocs are horrible looking Yorks. Yeah, fair enough. They might be comfortable, but apparently you speak to any Dutch person, they'll tell you clogs are comfortable as well. You wouldn't catch me wearing them either. That's what Crocs remind me of is PVC clogs. I just break 98 so I can get out of this. Either move up and make me some money, or break 98. Break the VWAP. VWAP 298 plus change. I want to see 298 on bid. All right. Do I want to look like Billy Idol? I didn't want to look like Billy Idol when Billy Idol was fashionable. I don't want to look like him now that he isn't. Come on. Rightly so, Super Chip. Like I said, the only people that should be wearing clogs are people that are in jobs that are work, you know, in kitchens, or like chefs in kitchens, and even chefs in kitchens shouldn't be wearing Crocs, because if they spill stuff on the feet, it's going to go straight through. But nurses and people on the feet all day could actually get benefit from it. They, from an aesthetics point of view, they serve zero purpose whatsoever. I'm testy every day, Kat. You've got to get the right subject. Put a stop in there now. I can just concentrate on looking at other things instead. Come back to that if it starts to move up. I've got it on the other chart. Yeah, we did look at Archer earlier. Testing sevens. Nice flat top up at 7. If it comes back up, it'll be back up again. Ehang Holdings, yeah, not feeling it. Tesla's not looking back. Let's have a look at Tesla. Tesla going from strength to strength. It's just Tesla and Nvidia today are absolutely screaming it. Trying to keep the market afloat by their own. Tesla and Nvidia. There's Tesla and there's Nvidia. So yeah. United States Steel just popped. Wow. That's a big move as well. Has it got a news catalyst? That's a big pop. Full dollar, not one candle. There you go. United States Steel union veto rights in the company's sale. Yeah, but that was an hour ago. That was 2 hours ago. Oh well, an hour and a half ago. I don't know why that's popping now, unless I'm missing something. Coming all the way back down. Oh, I don't know what that popped up for. Yeah, VFS is looking like it might have legs. I've just checked Tesla. We've just been looking at Tesla. Join the stream earlier, and and we catch up. Yeah, VFS not got. Yeah, it's pulling back from 1550, key level 1550. If it doesn't hold 15, it needs to hold 15. It's where it bounced previously. It needs to hold the whole dollar. Going to move back up. With two red candles on the 5-minute chart. It's the first red candles we've seen on the 5-minute chart. So this is a very extended on the 5. So it's a pullback perhaps to the VWAP even could be healthy. But I would like to see it. I like to see it hold the whole dollar. Back to VFS later. Have another look at how we're going to get. Bounce. Again, you might look for a VWAP bounce play here at the $0.75 level because it's 1476, and to have the if it taps the VWAP and then moves up, makes a new high, that should play. So the high of this candle is 1491. If it pulls all the way back to the VWAP, and then you're looking for 1492. Not a signal, not a stock pick, not a financial advisor, not financial advice. Just a fat guy on the internet. We've gone down as far as 479. The VWAP is 476. I'm watching VFS for a new high. So 1850 at VFS could be of interest. Timber Pharmaceutical is the biggest mover across the day today. But still below $3. If we get back over 15, this might be interesting. There we go. That's 15. That's over 15 on the ask. Let's see, over 15 on the bid. He's back up. Take the bid with you. No good on the ask and not on the bid if you're not taking a bid with you. You know which way it's going, this one at the moment. Nice long downwind off the VWAP. I'm texting back green on the day. And it's a profitable trade regardless now. Yeah, the SPY's just choppy sideways. Been doing that a while, so look, we're green now. DFS is back below 18. This is breaking new lows. IDAI. Let's have a look at IDAI. Stamp, no volume, not enough volume at least. Really want to see some volume. Microcloud just popped, no volume at all on it. Can't really trade that. No, that's absolutely neat. That's the problem. Low price stocks, it doesn't matter what price stocks they are, there's no reduced commissions based on the stock price. It's per share regardless if it's a penny or a penny a share, or if it's you know, $100 a share, it's the same price. Otherwise BGLC, you'd be looking at that. SPGC, recent IPO. That's a nice curl around trying to do a red to green. So Saks parent group. And its first, it had the big day on its opening day, and then it's sold off every day since. Every day's been red since, and today doesn't look like it's going to be any different. I think I'm going to look for. Let's have a look at some of the Micron technology. Let's have a look at BlackBerry. BlackBerry, no. Look at some other ones. In this space of Broadcom are expensive. TSM. Let's look at TSM. They're moving up nice. Not really. They're up, but not really that nice. Look at Texas Instruments. Are they moving up? Yeah, they're up, but no volume. Intel. There's a bit of a head and shoulders move there. Inverted, an inverse head and shoulders. Will be interesting for Intel. Intel used to be the daddy of semiconductors. It really did. I mean, it had a fantastic marketing campaign, and then they just took off. So you see them on the commercials, Intel Inside. It used to be 20 years ago, I think it was, that everything was bing bong bong, Intel Inside. Fantastic marketing campaign, and it had huge market share. Not anymore. Broadcom's up huge amounts. Considering it's $800 stock, it's up huge amounts. Monolithic. Lattice semiconductor, that's been moving up nicely. Low volume. What about Wolf speed? Yeah, doesn't look great. All right. Let's get guys. If you've not hit that thumbs up button, do me a favor. We're coming to the bottom of the hour. I'll stick around a bit longer. If we can get 40 likes on YouTube, I'll stick around till the top of the hour. How's that? If we don't get 40 likes, I'll be I'm blackmailing you now, guys. So let's get 40 likes. We've got 34 right now. If you've not hit that thumbs up button, just hit the thumbs up button, and we'll see what we get in terms of market action. It's not a great day for trading. It's very choppy. Not a lot of movement. There's not a lot of volatility. I mean, I can probably count on my hand the volatility halts I've had that I've seen with of stocks above $2. So what happened with SWIN? I don't know, Spears. What happened with SWIN? SWIN. Not even seen a symbol with SWIN. That's why I don't know what's happened to it. Never heard of it. But you do you. Timber trying to make a play for the another play for the VWAP. Just not excited about Timber today. Tried to trade it a couple of times. Oh, that was pushed back. That was pushed back. Spears. That happens. There's no IPOs today. You very rarely get IPOs on a Monday. But very rarely do you get IPO launches on a Monday. Yeah, so that's now August 24th. SolarWind Holdings, Spears, that's been put back to Thursday. Well, that's whether we see that or not, I don't know. But it's looking like it should be Thursday. Yeah, it had pricing at 27 and never went. No, it's been put back a week. But we'll have a few like that because we had what was the one? Was it NWDL? I think it was Nature Wood. That was priced. It didn't launch. Then we had Royal Land was another one, wasn't it? RLND. What happened with that one? Again, that never went. Simple Group. I'm sorry, that's Apple. SPPL, Simple. SPPL. So, yeah, that never went as well. So but most of these just didn't go. And it happens. For whatever reason, they're not compliant at the last minute. They give until the date of launch to get compliant. And if they're not compliant for whatever reason at the last minute, then it has to be put back. It is indeed, Neve. It is indeed. You're going to be 40 all day? Well, that day went been and gone for me, buddy. No worries, Spears. So very choppy, guys. I mean, you see a nice move up and choppy as hell. Just be careful. It's not a day for being brave. I'll give you that much. If VFS can get back over 1850, I could very well be interested in that one. Except for the fact that there's no leverage. Ah, right, okay. Nice one all day. Oh, we've hit a little bit of a lull, it seems. So the top momentum stock, I'm watching it, but it's not really moving. Let's have a look at VCIG. VCIG seems to be spiking, but why? Volume coming in all of a sudden. For a reason for this influx of volume on VCI Global. Right, yeah, there is as well. So VCI Global inked a partnership and licensing agreement with AdScale for AI-powered marketing tools. And that was half an hour ago. So why it's only popping? I mean, that was down here, but that's it's popping a little bit late on that. You never know. The market can be fickle. Let's see. 7 million float. Not much in the terms of short interest. Normally does like 2.8 million shares a day traded. It's way off that. We're 100 167,000. 177,000 on VCIG. We're getting a bit of volume coming in there, but it normally does 2.8 million, so it's relatively low volume, probably a little bit risky on that basis alone. This I'm not choppy both ways. Let's have a look at Wald. It was of interest earlier when it halted. One of the very few volatility halts today, above $2 on its move up. It halted up, halted down several times, both ways. This was a $10 stock not too long ago, June. I do not like the daily chart. Just refused to get over 920 back in between April and June, and then it went up to 1006 for topping out there. So 920 is a very key level for this one. No wonder it halted there. No, there isn't flip jug. They usually, IPOs usually launch on the top of the hour, like 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Sometimes 10:30. But they could be any time during the day. It really depends, because they have to go through full compliance, then they get the compliance checks, and then it could be something small that delays it, in which case they can fix it intraday with the legal team, and then that delays the actual launch of an IPO. It could be something a lot more, which is due to go, it gets priced, and then they're not compliant, and then it gets pushed back 24 hours, or it gets pushed back a week, or whatever it is. So there's never a guarantee as to what time an IPO does launch, or even if it does launch, because they might find a last-minute legal glitch that means that they can't launch on time, and it can be a problem. So not seeing anything jumping out right now. SPGCE is one of the top movers, but it's just choppy as hell. And now we're double topping up there. Is this going to be a 1 minute or 2 minute M pattern, or are we going to break out now? I'm not so sure. Based on the last week's trading of it, it's erratic at best. This went up to $32 on opening day last week, and it came all the way back the next day. Opened at 4, went up to 32, and came back to 4 the following day. I would say $4 is probably a market value for Sachs parent group, based on price action to date. It's so choppy. There's no real setup there. And Wald doesn't have the volume to trade. Just the lack of volume. If it breaks above $3, we'll see what happens. Just entered that little bit of a, yeah, Fortress Biotech, FBIOP. 20%, but there's no volume. Like 50,000 shares all day. Right, tried that. Anybody see anything moving worth writing home about, worth shouting about? Let's have a look at EBITs. Again, low volume. Not something you can really, not something you really want to be trying to trade with that level of volume. One candle above 10,000 all day. Yeah, I'd rather stay away. AAOI back over 15. We had this inverse head and shoulders formation here, so a neckline at 15.15. Let's see what happens. Lower volume than earlier when we were trading it. Yeah, Tom, just spotted that. Thanks, buddy. ST bouncing on the VWAP there. Put that on the small chart there for your .net. Looks. Looks. How's it not scan? It's below volume. Yeah, it's rubbish volume, but Genelux moved up heavily today on very low volume. So you can't really trade it on this kind of volume, but it's a nice move up. You need volume and volatility. If you're going to just trade anything with for any reason, you're going to get caught. Recent IPO, SRM Entertainment, and selling off. You're a green day, but probably not going to be today. We made 15, 17. So let's see if we get another move up. 15, 13. A couple of dollars at 15, 13. $2,000 share seller at 15, 13. 5,000 shares going at 15, 13. Let's see. 15, 15 is the level I'm looking at. But I want to see increased volume. Right now, the volume's missing. So if we get increased volume, right. Otherwise, yeah, I'm missing the above average volume. Not getting that right now. I'm only the third best, Tom. Cheers, thanks. I said top 3. Doesn't mean I'm the bottom of that top 3 list, you know. Anybody spot anything worth taking a look at, let alone trade it? Oh, we're over. We've just broke the $3 level. We're over that pre-market high. Let's see. Can we get some buying at the top there? Did I go in 315? $1. Rejected the $1. I wanted to. I probably should have just taken a little bit of profit at the $1, but the 5-cent spreads are not doing me any favors. I'm gonna get 330 here. 325 on the bid is what I'm looking for, but 330 on the ask. Two on the bid. Devil horns up there. Come on. Give me some profits. High of day 36. No, 328. 328 is the high of day. Yeah, that was your devil horns. Hit the warnings, Tony. This music's a bit loud and intrusive. Don't like it. Even though it's on my playlist. Well, sometimes when you get greedy, that's when the market turns on you. That's not been a lot going on, so I'm going to go big on this one. Try and make some serious moolah, and then the market turns on you. It's a lesson in don't get overconfident or don't get cocky with the market, because it will humble you real quick. As soon as I saw the devil horns, I should have been out here. At 305 at the worst. But instead, it started to make a move back up. I added to the position like an over-optimistic idiot. But we'll see. On a good day, we can make that back. It's just not good days. It's not a good day. Cover that off easily in one trade, but that's just not credible. It depends. That's entirely up to you, Slim. What's it invested in? I mean, IRA doesn't, it's what's it invested in? What kind of funds is it invested in? I should have bought the bounce from the VWAP rather than this range. He'll give it that much. 14.5 cents on the ATR. Spreads as much as 5 cents on the spreads. 4 at the minute. There's good volume on that last candle as well. I figured if we were going to get a breakout, it would have been on that candle. Up and down, come on, make your mind up. 8 cents spread. Well, spreads are widening now. $0.07 on the spread. Well, it depends on the size of it, and it depends when you're retiring, doesn't it? I mean, if you've got an IRA, you can trade in your IRA. You can trade the funds in your own IRA or Roth IRA, and you can manage your own portfolio. Just put it all in the if it's an IRA, it's tax free, so you just put it in, invest it what's in there in a SPY or something and let it sit. I don't know how much it is, so if you buy index linked ETFs with the money in your IRA, it's tax free. Don't have to worry about it. I'm going all in here and move back up. Ranging sideways right now. I'm getting impatient. I'm getting sleepy as well, actually. Headache. Not the ideal conditions to be taking trades. 10 cents will be a good start. 20 will be perfect. So what are we? 303, so 313 on the bid. I need 325. Get back green on this one. That's first green candle, first new high on the 5 minute. Can we get back up to 330s? That's the question. 310 on the ask. Needs to hold $3 really. Archer 740s. We've seen Archer. It's now up at 740s. I've been watching that quite a bit of the day. This is not a forex channel, Bismillah. We don't do forex on this. Forex is a mug's game, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Just a fat guy on the internet. What do I know? But I don't know a single. I know quite a lot of traders. I don't know a single forex trader that's consistently profitable. Well, lately I've not exactly been consistently profitable trading equities. So who am I to talk? But yeah, for me, forex is a mug's game, and the main reason why forex, for me, this is my opinion. The main reason why the majority of people trading forex are never profitable is they're trading too small. They're trading too small, and they can't trade big enough because they don't have the equity. So the people that are profitable trading forex have multi-million-dollar accounts, and they're trading multi-million-dollar accounts to make $5,000-$10,000 a day or whatever. If you've not got a multi-million-dollar account, think about that percentage-wise. You're talking fractions of a percentage gain to make that kind of money. So if you have a $50 account, which the majority of forex traders start with, or even a $500 account, the chances of you making any kind of money are infinitesimally small. So talking of making money, I'm not doing that very well here. So. But if you've got, let's say, a $2 million account and you're making what, $3,000 a day on it, yeah, you're happy because you're making $3,000. That's really good income. But you've got a $2 million account to do that. Forex is a mug's game. It's for the uber wealthy, and that's about it. Profiting on incremental changes in the forex, and if it doesn't go their way, they leave it in until it does, because they've got an account size big enough to warrant it. We're below the VWAP now, so I'm just gonna get out of this for a bad lot. That's another red day in a row. So that's 2 red days in a row. I would say not playing. It's not playing game with me at the moment. The market. What I don't want to be doing is writing a bigger drawdown than I need to. We're still profitable on the month, just barely. Profitable on the month, so as long as I can say that, all I'm worried about. 5-minute doji, the return is usually a change in sentiment, so looking at Archer a little bit too late now. SOS. What's going on with SOS all of a sudden? Yeah, there's no news catalyst. It's not moving huge amounts. Volume's not great. It's gone green on the day as SRM Entertainment now, so maybe it can rally. Maybe it can have a green day. It's not. It was an IPO last week, but it's not really done much at all. Sold off most of last week. A big day on its opening day, and then sold off. Not even a big day. It went from 4 to 6. Oh, absolutely, Dan. Absolutely. Pretty much everywhere. Did I say to boredom? Yeah, there's nothing moving at all. So I was green. I was about 600 bucks up, and then gave it back. So yeah, SPGCE. I traded that poorly. Tupperware. Yeah, a couple of them went against me. But SPGCE. I just traded that poorly. The moves up here after the break of 3, came back and then moved up. So I got in too big up there, cut it on the move back up, got in again too big and cut it down here. So trading too big is probably the more, not a great setup on SPGC, but it's a lack of setups today. So I know in my own mind when I'm trading right and when I'm not, and I've traded that badly today. So sometimes it'd be like that. You deviate. Whenever you deviate from your strategy, you have a higher percentage chance of losing, because you're not trading to a tried and tested profitable strategy. So, and that was me today. Yeah, I would say the break where I should have got in was the break of the pre-market high, which was just $3, and I got in at 3.15. and then I added on the way back up for 315. Now, I should have taken profits of 325, but the spreads were 5 cents, so I was only making 5 cents on that. So then the exit was here as it broke new lows. I've got the reversal indicator there with the devil horns. As it broke new lows, I should have been getting out. Instead, I added. So that mistakes there, getting in too late, chasing the momentum when I should have got in for the break of the pre-market high, or even the break of high of day would have been a reasonable entry. But break of pre-market high at $3. It's a key level. Break of the whole dollar. Break of the pre-market high. That's where I should have got in. And then once I've seen the devil horns, if I hadn't taken profit, once I've seen the devil horns, I should have either gotten out for a scratch, ideally, but in worst case scenario, should have got out as it broke new lows here. And I didn't. I added to the position, it started to make it move up, and then got out here. It then started to, as it rebroke the pre-market high in the whole dollar, I got back in, and then it started to get a bit choppy. I could have taken some profits here, didn't, and then to my own. So a cacophony of errors from not trading the strategy and just chasing momentum and trying to make something out of a bad, a bad day, basically. There's not a lot of good setup. So yeah, am I disappointed? Am I disappointed in the result? No, not really. Got what I deserved. Am I disappointed in the way I've traded it? Yeah, but what, am I going to let it affect me? No, not at all. I mean, still profitable on the month. So what's that? 5k down. I'll have a quick look at where I'm actually at on my trader view stats at the moment. Reports. I need to for the month. Just for the month. Was up at 28k at one stage, 11k less, so I'm still 6k up on the month, 6k profitable on the month. We've got 8 days trading left after today, so there's plenty of time to turn that around. We're making breaking highs here. Let's see, can we turn Tupperware around? Are we going to get 10 cents here, do you think? Yeah, look for an entry first. SOS ain't great volume though, that's the problem. Looking at SOS. Yeah. Got a bit of a pullback here. Applied up to electronics. It's the only one that's moved in my favour today. Well, currently I'm a 60-40 against trader at the moment. 66.33. This is looking a bit like a cup and handle on the 5 minute. So if it breaks over, we're looking at 15.30. That's a cup and handle. So if I look at it, yeah. So there's the even the inverse head and shoulders. If that's a shoulder, that's a shoulder. So inverse head and shoulder on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute, we're looking at there's your cut and there's your handle. So we're looking at 1530 for the breakout area, realistically speaking. Let's see what happens. Not seeing anything really jumping out right now. This gets over the $250, might be interesting. SPY's gone red on the day, so the markets have gone red on the day. I thought we might get a little bit of a green day. After Friday we had green, 3 weeks in a row of red, but I thought we might get some green this week. Nvidia pulling back a little bit, under 4% now. Let's see. I'm hungry. Anyone else hungry? I'm starving. It's not the time I really want to be starting to eat either. It's coming up to midnight. Yes, I did say midnight. Trading in the Philippines. 11 minutes past 11, well, nearly 12 minutes past 11 at night. Can't trade that volume. Not at all. In fact, it works out better. It works out better. Job, because I've got the day to myself. Well, not to myself, but you know, got the day with me and the family or whatever. So you go out and do whatever you want and spend it. And then in the evening, when everything's closed down, and what would I normally be doing now at 11 o'clock? I'd be watching TV probably, going square-eyed and melting my brain with radiation off the TV. So doing something productive instead in the evening, and the day's my own. It's not like I'm trading the whole night through. It's not like I'm doing an 8-hour night shift, because I'm not, you know. Yeah, but it's okay, Tom, because it's like Mediterranean time. It's hot weather time zone. So what you do is you take a nap in the afternoon, and then you're up late. The little one's up late as well. So because she'll take a nap in the afternoon, and it's not such a big deal, Tom. My mind alert. It depends how you do it, because like I say, you take a nap in the afternoon, flip jug. Then a little bit more. If you for example, if you did a day, if you did a full day's trade, a full day's work, and then you came home and had your dinner and then sat down to do some trading, you're going to be fatigued. So whereas if you're doing things that you actually enjoy that are not zapping your energy, you take a nap in the afternoon, and that you know, you've got energy in the evening. So it's all horses for courses. I'm nocturnal anyway. I've always been nocturnal. I prefer being, you know, in the evening. Just need that one trade, that one mover on the day. It's all it takes. Anybody? No IPOs today, Daniel. IPOs tomorrow. There's nothing today. Well, not that I'm aware of. If anybody's aware of any IPOs today, then let me know the ticker and we'll take a look. But as far as I'm aware, there's no IPOs today. I'm not seeing anything worth picking up right now. In fact, I've not really seen much at all. I'm not seeing much at all to trade. I shouldn't have taken the trade with SPGCE, if I'm being honest. And or if I had taken it, I should have taken it at the right spot and taken profit when I should have taken profit. You know yourself. But when you trade something poorly, you got to pay the price. Now I need something that can trade well. Need it moving. Need something moving. Right, okay. Anybody see anything at all, anywhere? Can we... Let's jump on the old Reddit communities, ape movement, and have a look at ape stock and AMC and the likes. What's going on there? Was barcoding into the open and then it just kind of dropped. It's trying to make a move back up. Any news there with ape stock and AMC? What's AMC? This is 230s. AMC like $3. I remember people telling me when I said it's done, the people telling me it's going to the moon, and I think the last time I traded AMC was about $30 or whatever it was, and people telling me it's going to the moon. I'm like, no, it's not. And calling me out on Twitter saying I'm a shill, and they want to see my short positions. I'm like, why would I have short positions just and hold? Shut up. Yeah, a bit of a double bottom, but didn't really break out that cupboard handle, if you will, that I was looking for earlier on a 5 minute. Didn't break out. Yep, 15 cents, whatever. I was looking for 15.30, if you remember. It went up to new high, which is, we got 15 cents. But the spread's 5 cents. Yeah. We'll see. Go and get it. Hi. Smiley. Go, Miyaka, go and get her. Yeah, nothing moving right now, guys. So we're just struggling for action. Is Archer moving again? No, not really. I mean, it's bouncing on 7. Bounced on the typical VWAP bounce there at 10 cents over the $7 with the breakout. You can down to VWAP up to the $7 level, and then you got the bounce. It's got 10 cents so far. Will it continue? I don't know. Let's find out. On the 5-minute. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not sure it will get there, Tom. I'm not sure it's going to get there. 1550 on applied octo. Can't see it right now. It double topped up there at on the 5-minute at 1543. 1544, 1543, yeah. So 1544 was the first high, and then swung up and 1544, and then 1543. So yeah. We're just waiting for action. Let's have a look at Nvidia back up. Over 450 again. Did well, went up to 455. Oh, watch Nvidia on Wednesday after hours. I'm telling you. You could see 490, not on 470. You'd probably see 490 with Nvidia on Wednesday if it has good earnings. Good earnings, all-time highs. That's what it did in the last earnings. Why not? If it does, it'll bring the market up with it. Right now, the market's just meandering, slightly red on the day. The S&P 500. The NASDAQ, on the other hand, largely down to Nvidia and Tesla and a few others, is up quite handsomely. So let's just take a look at the markets and the difference. So the S&P 500 is down. Let's look at it on the 15. You can see a lot more action. You can see here, that's the 8 o'clock strung, that spike. It doesn't mean anything. It's sold off pretty much all day. If you look at that on the NASDAQ, actually the NASDAQ just a higher spike up. It's still selling off though. And Dow Jones is down heavy. Russell Index down heavy. So the NASDAQ being up is kind of propping the market, but it's pulling back somewhat. So S&P 500, similar pattern, just didn't have the big spike at the open that the NASDAQ did. The NASDAQ had the spike up, which is holding it green on the day. So look, we'll see what happens on Wednesday after hours. Some big earnings droppers this week actually, but Nvidia's the one I'm looking out for. Easy go. Yeah, easy go. That's my balance this last couple of days. Easy go technologies. Well, bottom of the hour. We've done a 3-hour stint today, guys. Like Okay, guys, this is me done. So I'm going to just go through my setup, point you in the right direction if you want to learn and all that kind of carry on. So this is where I'm at. So where am I? Where's my chat? Here it is. Okay, so this is my Benzinga setup. As you can see here, I've got this is how I've got Benzinga set up. I've got my session highs or session movers. I've got the momentum scanner here. I've got my real-time scanner here. I've got my signals, and then I've got my new rolling news ticker here. Benzinga's great. If you're not using Benzinga or another service like Benzinga, I'm telling you, you need to get on this. I wasn't consistently profitable before I started using Benzinga. I wouldn't say it's the only thing that's allowed me to get profitable, but I would say it's had a significant impact on me. So check out Benzinga. Benzinga, I'll come back to that in a second. Benzinga, if you want to find Benzinga, you can find it in my link tree if you go to my bio, and or you can go into the links in the description. Benzinga's here. Try it free for 14 days. It's you don't need a credit card number or anything like that. Just check it out free for 14 days. All you need is an email address, and then you can get up to 35% off. Regardless, now go for the essential package. If you do decide that you want to use Benzinga after the 14 days, and you're wondering which package is the right package, I recommend the essential package if you want all the functionality, but you don't need the options mentorship or the options trading, signals, and etc. So that's Benzinga. So that's my Benzinga. Somebody asked me earlier if I've still got the merchandise. Who was it that asked about the merchandise? So I've got an Etsy store for the merchandise. Go check it out. Nice hoodies, quality hoodies actually. It's the fat guy on the internet. All my catchphrases, or not all of them, but the majority of my catchphrases are teddy bears, coffee cups, mugs. I'll have to get myself a coffee mug. Well, get the missus a coffee mug. Kimonos, wireless chargers, suitcases, you name it, I've got it. You asked for it, and even a lunch bag. But take your lunch to the office in an I Trade with Tony lunchbox. Mouse mats, even Miyako makes an appearance on some things. You know, the snoring chow chow. So get your I Trade with Tony, Day Trade with Tony merchandise all there on Etsy, and otherwise do it yourself. You asked for it, so I did this store. I had a Shopify store, but then again, there wasn't that many people buying stuff, so I was paying every month for you guys to have the store with what you asked for, and then you weren't buying. So I thought, okay, I'll just stick it on Etsy, and that way I just pay when you buy something. If you want to learn how to trade, come join us on the link here, Day Trade with Tony. Learn how to trade the exact strategies that I use when I'm profitable, which I deviated, and I showed you why I deviated from them today. So I didn't trade my strategy properly with SPGCE. I got in too late, held on too long, got out too late, and at all those areas that if you do it properly, you either minimize the losses, or more importantly, you actually make profits. So if you want to learn how to trade, come join the Day Trade with Tony community. I'm on FreshLearn now. I've moved away from Teachable, so I'm on FreshLearn. The complete course is over 18 hours of lectures, and there's my face. Got testimonials that people have taken the course, and here's a full curriculum. Of course, if you're not sure and you want to see the first, you want a little bit of a taster, you know, the old drug dealer analogy. The first hit's free. You can come and check out the introduction to trading. It's the first lesson. It's on YouTube. It's posted up there for free. So check that out. If you like the content, you like the way I teach it, then you can come and join the community. And if you want to join the community, you don't just get access to the lecture material, you get access to the Discord, as well as a private Discord for the Day Trade with Tony community. You get access to my full e-library that I learned to trade from myself. So come check all that out. It's you know, starting, it's like 150 bucks a month. It's next to nothing, or it is for nothing if you listen to Ed. Or it's 300 bucks a quarter, or it's a grand for a year. With that, if you go for the longer subscriptions, you get direct mentorship from me, one-to-one, face-to-face, over, you know, Zoom call or whatever. I tend to use Google, but Google Meet. But you get one-to-one mentorships as part of that as well. And if you sign up this month, anybody that signs up in August, I'm giving a free 1-hour mentorship or introduction, face-to-face engagement. So anyone that signs up in August gets a 1-hour mentor training session with me directly. You've got effectively 9 days to do that. So that's Day Trade with Tony. You want to check that out. What else? Broker. If you need a broker, you haven't got a broker, and you need a broker, I recommend Capital Markets Elite Group for a number of different reasons. They give better leverage overall than most brokers do, so that you can get up to 6 times market leverage, margin leverage, whereas most brokers only give up to 4 times. I think it's one of the reasons that they're an offshore broker. They don't employ the PDT rule, which is another reason why I recommend them. So PDT rule, you need a you know, $30,000 account, realistically speaking, to avoid PDT limitations. And then there's the TraderView. TraderView is the journal platform that I use to track and measure all my trades. What does it look like? Well, this is TraderView. So not to be mistaken with TradingView, which is a trading platform, but TraderView, which is this, is what I use to measure all my trades. You'll see if I go to my calendar at this moment in time. I've got this. I'll just set this for the year since January the 1st, and you can see this. So you can see I've had some. You can't avoid red days. You're always going to have red days. There's green days and there's red days. I didn't have a great June. I have more red days than I would have liked in June. July, I've only traded half of the month because I was moving, and I've only traded half the time so far in August. So I had 2 red days, 2 green days last week. I've had starting this week off red, not ideal, but if we have 4 green days in a row after that, then I'll take it. So where does that put us? We've 5k red day today. We were up until before today. We were, well, so that's year to date. So let's just go back to August the 1st. Well, let's look at the month. I want to look at the month at the moment. So is it a green month? It's not a green week because it's Monday, but zoom out. I always say, when you're having a bad moment, zoom out and where are you? So I'm still green on the month. Right. And yes, I'm green on the year. I'm not far off goal. I'm ahead of goal pro rata for the year, but I'm green on the month. So any green is good green. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, if you're green, you're profitable. So green on the month. I'm only doing like 1,600 a day, which is, it's not bad. I can't complain about that. But before today, so it's actually it'll be about 6k profitable. And how many days will I have traded? Back to the calendar. after today, so 7-8 days. So it's less than £1,000 a day, which is poor. By my standards, is poor. But if you've got a smaller account, it wouldn't be too bad. Right now, I've got a very poor carry. I'm risking more than I should be. Than I should be. My profit factor is not great. My accuracy is not great. If you look at this, I've actually got more losing trades than I've got winning trades before today. I've 2 losing trades and 1 winner today, so that adds to the fact. So I'm actually not a profitable trader in August as much as I should be. I still am, but I mean, I'm not as profitable as I should be because my risk rewards all to cock, and also my accuracy is not great this month so far either. So I've got a couple of things I need to work on, but we can fix that. We've got plenty of time. And you can see here that my losses are taking place at the open. Maybe I'm just going to steer away from the first 5-10 minutes of the open for the rest of the week, and then just trade, see how I get on. Pre-market, I'm doing well. After 10 o'clock, I'm doing well. It's just that trading at the open's been a bit choppy for me. I've lost more there. That's this month. So that's where we're at. So the platform that I'm using to trade is Dash Trader, Dash Trader Pro. Actually, it's provided by the broker. So most brokers will provide it. If you're with Interactive or Speed Trader, then or even TD Ameritrade, you can use Dash Trader, but they don't provide it natively. You have to subscribe via Dash Trader to and link it to your brokerage account. A lot of the main brokers will allow you to will provide you with the APIs to link a platform such as Dash Trader, so you can use Dash Trader to trade with it. It's one of the top day trading platforms. So that's Dash Trader, yeah, I guess that's it. If you want to reach out to me directly, you can email me. You can message me directly on Facebook Messenger, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want. You can even message me directly on TikTok. So that's me done for now, and I will see you all, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. So I'll see you all again tomorrow. Come join me tomorrow, and we'll do it all again. Let me just back to the charts. And where's my scanners? I can hear the rain. It's been raining most of the day today, so tropical rains in the tropics. And we'll go. Where am I going? Here to the chart. So I'm done for today. I'm going to lock it up as a second red day in a row. I'll keep an eye out. I'll come back a little bit later. Keep an eye out and see what if there is anything else that's moving right now. Let's have a quick look at SMX. Trying to go red to green. But yeah, no volume. And that's the kind of story of today. Low volume, erratic moves. I'm just going to just knock it on the head, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, an hour before the market opens, 8:30 market time. It's 8:30 p.m. my time. If you're anywhere else, work it out wherever time zone you're in, and I'll see you then. In the meantime, take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. There's not much left of mine, so take it easy, guys.